This thing's got a crazy model number. Today we're looking at the 52XV645U. Very, very, very nice TV. And as you can tell, it's pretty big. It's actually a 52-inch 1080p set from the Toshiba Regza line. Obviously, it's an LCD display. And let me tell you, this thing is really, really nice. If you're looking at the image right now, we have a Blu-ray playing on here. This thing has a 50,000:1 dynamic contrast ratio. That means that that black hole right there is actually a black hole. It is pitch black. The colors are completely saturated and vivid. It has a very nice color gamut. This is a very, very, very nice TV with that 50,000:1 dynamic contrast ratio. Now, it's also got 120 hertz refresh rate. And what that means is that most TVs refresh at 60 hertz, which means 60 times a second. This is 120 times a second, literally twice as fast. And that means that when things are going across the screen really fast, guys, think about football and sports, especially car racing, things are going by really fast. You get motion blur. You don't see it all. It's going too fast. And in 60 times in a second, it still looks blurry. With a 120 hertz screen, you catch all the detail. Everything stays perfectly in focus. There's no motion blur, and that means that this set is perfectly made for sports. If you want to watch anything that's fast, action movies, they're going to look really, really sharp on this set. Now, this is a very nice TV. It has built-in tuners, tons of connectivity on the back, which I'll show you in just a second. It's got everything you need, but the most important part is that you have a VGA input for your PC, so if you want to use this as a media center, you want to hook up a small computer to this system, you can. It's got triple HDMIs, including one that's right here on the side, which is really convenient if you have an Xbox or a PS3 and you want to plug it in once in a while. You don't want to have it on the back all the time. Very convenient, and it also has all the tuners you could possibly need, which are the ATSC, the NTSC, and the QAM tuners, or the QAM clear QAM. Basically, what that means is this is going to use an old analog antenna, which is pretty much doesn't exist after the digital switchover. It can use a digital antenna and get the free HD over-the-air TV that most cities have, or it can take in the unencrypted cable straight into the back. That means it has a coaxial port. You plug in a cable straight out of the wall without going through a cable box, and you're going to get all the basic channels. If you pay for the upgraded channels, then of course you need a cable box. But that means that if you don't, and this is just a regular TV, it's perfect for that because you don't need anything else. You just use a remote control to change the channels, and you're good to go. Now, let's take a look real quick. First of all, I want to show you guys the screen is a very glossy front, but it actually doesn't reflect that bad. That was one of the first things I noticed about it. That gives you really saturated colors, which is the positive note, but it's usually bad because in a bright room you get reflections and stuff. This one does not have that. It has the piano black border, so very nice bezel. It's pretty thin bezel. It's got the nice white at the bottom. Black stand comes included, and of course you can also mount it on the wall. Now this is going to be a little bit delicate, but I'm going to move it over here because I want to show you guys what type of connectivity you have over here. I'm going to show you on the right over here first. Starting over here on the right-hand side, your general buttons and whatnot are over here, your power channel, input selection button, and your menus. You also have a USB port right here, which is basically for service. Also very nice to have is this HDMI on the side. This is very, very cool. If someone comes over, unexpectedly brings their laptop, has a movie on there that you want to see, it's really nice to be able to plug it in here, not have to go to the back, especially if you're wall mounted, which this TV can be wall mounted, obviously, so it's very nice to have that. Moving down here, you have a composite input. So basically, if you have an older video camera or an older gaming system, it will plug right in here. That's really, really nice to have as well. Now, I'll move you guys over to the back now. First thing you'll notice on the back is the two HDMI ports. Those are going to be the most important talking points here because those are what's going to let you get your 1080p video signal in. Blu-ray players, from computers, anywhere you want to bring it in, from your Xbox 360 or your PS3 is going to come in through here. These will do 1080p and multi-channel audio. You have two of them here. That brings the total to 3. You have the one that's over here on the side, and then you have these two. Also right below here, you do have two components. So these are also very nice to have. These will do 720p or 1080i. They will not do 1080p, but a lot of cable boxes still use them. A lot of gaming consoles still use them, and they're still very popular. You have two of them, so you can have multiple inputs here. Then you have a composite input. This is all of these into one, so it's only one video. Older VCRs, older cameras, older gaming systems will use these. They'll also use the older S-Video, which is really popular on old video cameras as well. You have the PC or VGA in. This is a really cool feature. This is going to let you plug in a home theater PC system. If you don't have one, I highly recommend them. They're very fun. They let you take advantage of all the good free TV you can get on the internet on NBC.com and ABC.com, Hulu, YouTube, etc. You get to enjoy all that good stuff. You also have the PC audio in. This is for a 3.5mm audio cable. Basically, if you're using this to bring in video from your computer, you're going to use this to bring in the audio. All very useful stuff. And then right over here, this is your digital or SP-Diff optical out. Let's say you're bringing the video in with an HDMI cable and the audio also, but you want to have a surround sound system. This is how you're going to get the audio out from your TV to the surround sound system. Also, I want want you guys to note right down here at the bottom, this is where you have your antenna. So this is where the antenna is going to come in, or your cable. So this does have ATSC and NTSC tuners, which means the digital and the analog. It means you can do clear QAM, which is unencrypted cable, so straight from the wall into here, get all the basic channels, or you can plug in a digital antenna or a analog antenna and still get signal, which is really nice. Also, I want you guys to notice, if you come up here, we do have mounting points on this television. So if you do want to put this on a wall, you can do it. There's like low profile mounts that leave it right up against the wall, or you can get an articulating arm so you can show it, tilt, swivel. There's tons of features. So if you do want to mount this on the wall, it's definitely an option. Another cool thing I want to point your attention to is right over here. Don't know if you can see it, but right there, see, this is a little sensor, and this is your IR sensor for your remote control. This is called Auto View. This is the Auto View sensor. Basically, what it's going to do is that it's going to monitor the ambient light in the room. So basically, if it's really bright in the room, it's going to brighten the display. If it's really dark in the room, it's going to dim the display to give you the best possible colors. So it's going to automatically take care of all those settings for you. You don't have to really worry about where your contrast is, your saturation, all that stuff. It's basically going to work automatically, and it's going to change it on the fly depending on the conditions of the room. Another really cool feature is Dolby Volume. That's another awesome selling point on this Toshiba Regza TV, is that it has this Dolby Volume. It's actually a new product from Dolby, and it's just coming out on certain TVs, and this is one of the first ones that has it. That's what I really like about this thing. Dolby Volume, get this is what it does. Basically, you're watching TV, and all of a sudden you change the channel and the volume goes through the roof, or a commercial comes on and they crank the volume and all of a sudden it's really loud. Dolby Volume is going to automatically level down that gain for you so that you don't actually hear the difference in the volume. It's going to make it sound exactly the same, and that's a really, really nice feature. So basically, the 52-inch Regza is an incredible TV. It's got everything you need. Obviously, it's 1080p. It's got a 50,000:1 contrast ratio. It's incredible for sports with 120 Hz refresh rate. It's got the Dolby Volume. It's got the Auto View to automatically adjust the settings for you. Triple HDMIs. It's got 2 components and then 2 composites. Incredible, incredible TV. Has all the tuners built in. It's got everything you could possibly want. It's at an incredible price, and it's absolutely fantastic looking. It's the 52-inch Regza, and this is the 52XV645U model number, not to be confused with any other Toshiba 52-inch Regzas. If you have any questions on it, feel free to email me, and I'll see you guys next time. If you want to get some more information on the Toshiba Regza 52-inch HDTV, type in T24-5234 into any major search engine. For Computer TV, I'm Albert.